Can you feel it, hockey fans? That gnawing anxiety, that relentless pressure that builds when a team, brimming with potential, finds itself teetering on the edge, desperately searching for a lifeline? It's the kind of tension that makes every phone call, every whispered rumor, feel like a seismic event. Because right now, the Vancouver Canucks are battling not just opponents, but the cruel hand of fate, as injuries continue to carve gaping holes in their lineup, particularly down the middle. So here's the burning question that's sending shockwaves through the Pacific Northwest and beyond. In this moment of escalating urgency, with their playoff hopes hanging precariously in the balance, will the Vancouver Canucks dare to make a move so audacious, so potentially franchise-altering, that it involves a future Hall of Famer, a four-time goal-scoring champion, whose name is now surprisingly, yet tantalizingly, popping up in trade rumors? Steven Stamkos? The hockey world is buzzing, and the answer, according to the most plugged-in insiders, might just be a resounding yes. Prepare yourselves, because the Vancouver Canucks, a team fighting tooth and nail to stay competitive amidst a brutal injury crisis, are reportedly exploring trade options at center, and the name generating the most electrifying buzz is none other than Steven Stamkos. This isn't just a rumor, it's a potential blockbuster, a high-stakes gamble that could either propel the Canucks into legitimate contention or leave them reeling with a costly misstep. The narrative unfolding in Vancouver is one of mounting desperation. As the injuries continue to pile up, the Canucks find themselves in an increasingly precarious position, particularly at the crucial center ice position. Every shift, every face-off, every defensive zone coverage highlights the gaping void left by sideline players. The need for help down the middle isn't just a preference. It's an existential crisis for a team that has shown flashes of brilliance, but lacks the depth to sustain it through the grueling NHL season. General Manager Patrick Allvin and President of Hockey Operations Jim Rutherford are undoubtedly working the phones tirelessly, scouring the league for any solution, any player who can step in and provide immediate relief. And then, like a bolt from the blue, the name Steven Stamkos emerges. According to Rick Dhaliwal of Czech and the Donnie and Daily Show, Vancouver has reportedly inquired about the Nashville Predators forward. The mere mention of Stamkos in a trade context is enough to make any hockey fan sit up and take notice. This is a player whose career has been defined by elite scoring, clutch performances, and a leadership pedigree forged in the fires of Stanley Cup victories. But the circumstances surrounding his potential availability are as complex as they are intriguing, painting a picture of a superstar at a crossroads. Stamkos, now 35 years old, signed a 4-year, $32 million contract with Nashville in 2024 after a storied career with the Tampa Bay Lightning. His departure from Tampa Bay was, by all accounts, a reluctant one. He never wanted to play elsewhere, a testament to his deep loyalty to the Lightning organization. However, the Lightning, facing tough salary cap decisions and looking to retool, made a difficult call, deciding not to offer him the kind of money free agency would provide. It was a painful divorce, but one that, based on his 2025-26 numbers, is looking increasingly like a wise decision for Tampa Bay. His production with the Predators has, unfortunately, dipped significantly. After scoring a remarkable 40 goals in his final Lightning season, his numbers plummeted to just 27 goals and 53 points last season in Nashville. This year, the struggles have been even more pronounced, with Stamkos registering just 1 goal and 1 assist through 13 games. These are not the numbers of a $32 million star, nor are they the numbers we've come to expect from a player of Stamkos' caliber. The trade talk surrounding him isn't just idle speculation. It's a reflection of a growing consensus among insiders that it's simply not a fit in Nashville. While Stamkos himself has spoken about wanting to retire in Nashville, his recent comments to the media following a game in Tampa Bay, where he seemed open to the idea that one never knows where he'll wind up, suggest a subtle but significant shift in his perspective, hinting at a willingness to consider options that would make sense as he closes out his illustrious NHL run. This openness, however slight, is what makes the Canucks' inquiry all the more plausible. But let's be clear, this wouldn't be an easy deal to make. The hurdles are significant, starting with Stamkos' no-move clause. This clause gives him ultimate control over his destiny, meaning he would have to approve any trade to Vancouver. This isn't a situation where the Predators can simply force a move. Stamkos has to be on board, convinced that Vancouver offers a better opportunity, a more suitable environment, and a clearer path to success, both individually and as a team. His personal buy-in is paramount, and without it, any trade talks are dead in the water. Beyond the players' consent, the financial complexities are staggering, particularly for the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver's salary cap situation is notoriously tight, with the team currently nearly $2.8 million into long-term injured reserve, LTIR. This means that any deal for Stamkos would almost certainly require the Nashville Predators to retain a significant portion of his salary. Salary retention is a valuable commodity in the NHL, and the Predators, having only one retention slot left, would not part with it lightly. If they agree to retain salary, the return Nashville might demand in exchange would have to be something the Canucks would seriously need to consider: a high draft pick, a promising young prospect, or a combination of both. This adds another layer of complexity, forcing Vancouver to weigh the immediate impact of Stamkos against the long-term cost to their organizational depth and future flexibility. The question then becomes, are the Canucks truly a good fit for Stamkos, and can he truly rebound in Vancouver? While Stamkos has extensive experience at center and could undoubtedly help Vancouver in that role, there are a lot of what-ifs involved. The Canucks would have to believe that the veteran can indeed rebound, that his struggles in Nashville are a product of a poor fit and not an irreversible decline due to age and wear and tear. They would need to be confident that placing him with the right pieces around him, perhaps alongside dynamic wingers or in a system that maximizes his offensive talents, would reignite his scoring touch. This is a high-risk, high-reward proposition. On one hand, a rejuvenated Stamkos could be the missing piece, the veteran leader and scoring threat that transforms the Canucks into a legitimate contender. On the other hand, if his struggles persist, Vancouver could find themselves saddled with a costly, underperforming asset, further exacerbating their cap issues and derailing their season. The Canucks management team, led by Alvin and Rutherford, are known for their aggressive approach and willingness to make bold moves. They understand that standing still in the NHL is often a recipe for mediocrity. Their active working the phones indicates a clear intent to address their needs, and the inquiry into Stamkos suggests they are not afraid to swing for the fences. However, the sheer number of hurdles, Stamkos' no-move clause, Nashville's demand for a significant return, Vancouver's tight cap situation, and the inherent risk of acquiring a declining veteran makes this a monumental task. This isn't just a trade rumor. It's a fascinating study in the dynamics of the modern NHL. It highlights the constant tension between a player's legacy and his current performance, between a team's desperate need and its financial constraints. For Steven Stamkos, it's a potential opportunity for a fresh start, a chance to prove that his best hockey isn't behind him. For the Vancouver Canucks, it's a moment of truth, a decision that could define their season and shape their future. Will they make the bold move, or will the complexities prove too great to overcome? The clock is ticking, and the hockey world is watching with bated breath. So, what's your take, Canucks faithful? Does the allure of Steven Stamkos, even with his recent struggles and the significant hurdles involved, make him the right target for Vancouver's desperate need at center? Or is the risk simply too high for a team already navigating a treacherous cap situation? We want to hear your passionate opinions. Drop a like on this video if you're on the edge of your seat waiting for the trade deadline fireworks, and let us know in the comments below, should the Canucks go all in for Stamkos, or should they look for a less risky option? Let the debate begin.